Brady behind the camera today.
And I'm Gabby. Today I'm going to show you how to make cinnamon rolls. It's really something that we just usually, we pick it up at the store. And this one comes right out of the can. As you see, all you have to do is read directions. It's pretty simple. First, if we look at the directions, it says right here on the oven to heat it up, to preheat the oven at 400 degrees Fahrenheit. So, let's do that now. 400, cooking time. We're just going to keep that empty for now, so that the oven could just heat up first. First, we're going to have to unroll it. And these you could really pick out from almost any store. Like, we got this at our local store. And as you probably just saw and heard, it just kind of popped as you opened it. Means that, okay, it definitely will work. So we'll keep this in case we want to look up the directions later. Unless you're as good as me, because I remember the directions because I've made this a lot of times. Well, first we want to definitely go and get our pan. And next we want to get a cookie sheet. Now you could use a real cookie sheet, or you could actually use like one of the cookie sheets that we have. We have these ones that you just place down. You don't have to put butter, oil, anything on it. They're silicone. And there you go. It doesn't burn either, which is the really good thing about silicone. And you definitely don't need to grease it in case you use it for breads or anything. As you see, I'm unrolling this thing, and you have all these little cinnamon things falling out. They're very real because you could smell them. If we had smell YouTube right now, I'd be all over this. So as you see, they come in a bunch of various little cuts, and you just rip them where you want to. Put it down. You can make them big, you can make them small. It really does not matter. You could just make whatever size you want to. And you just kind of want to base it on our little cookie sheet thing. It gives us inches and stuff. So it could so if you want to have it. So if it says that you want to have it, ours doesn't say anything, but if it says you want to have it at least one way, you can put it on the inch mark. Well, since I just kind of messed up this one, we're going to make a cinnamon twist out of it. Now, in case something like this happens to you, it's really simple. You just look at it, twist it, like you're twisting rope, braids, whatever. Just twist it, then go back around, twist it. There you go. So we got 6 little cinnamon buns and 1 twist. So now, you look at them, think they're evenly spread out. Next, after it says to spread them out, you have to put it in for at least 12 to 16 minutes. So, take our pan, put it in. Now, we put it on the bottom one, only because we're not exactly sure if the top one, sometimes it'll burn the bottoms, and the bottom one will sometimes burn the tops. So we like to make it in the bottom, and we put it up one rack from the bottom to make sure it gets in the middle. Put it right in there, right in the middle. Look at our cooking time. Since it's from 12 to 16 minutes, we'll do 14. And we will check on it every so often. So, we'll check on it in a couple seconds. Well, as you probably have just noticed, if you look at the oven, it's at 400 degrees now, and we have 14 minutes left. So, if your oven has a light, you can press the oven light, or you can open it, but we're going to press the oven light first. Now, if you look in there, you can see that they have risen up, and they are definitely doing well in there. Now, I'm going to show you on the inside. So now if you look in there, you can see that they're definitely getting cooked. But I think that right now we should flip them over to make sure that the bottoms don't burn. You want to pull out this first so you don't burn yourself for sure. Take it out, put it on. Now you don't want to keep your oven open because when I was 9, I kept the oven open when I had picked out something and it burned my arm right here. So, I've learned from my mistake. And I guess that's part of what you do. You have to learn from your mistakes. So we're going to take out a fork because we probably shouldn't touch them because the cinnamon the dough, everything is probably still really, really hot. So, we can just flip these over. If you look, they're getting really dark, so it's kind of good that we did that now, or else the bottom would just be really, really bad. Now, really, I don't think we need the whole 12 minutes left on here. So when I'm done flipping these, I think I'm just going to put them down a couple more minutes. I think I'm going to put it on for 6 minutes, because it really does not need that more time, because as you see, they're cooked. This side needs to cook as well. Now, obviously, when you're doing this, you want to make sure that your hands are clean 24/7. You want to keep washing your hands throughout the whole time. So now, as I said, I'm going to put the cooking down. I'm going to reduce it by half. So I'm going to put it on for 6 minutes. Still at 400, so at 6 minutes you can see, you have to really just keep checking on these because it varies on the type of oven you have. Because if you have a really high oven, it can burn it really easily. If you have like an older oven, it may take longer, so turn off the oven light. And we will get back to it when we have about 2 minutes left. As you can probably tell, if you look at the oven, there's no more time, no more temperature. So I guess that means we're done. We can get our little mitts again. Now, if you're not sure if it's done, take the oven light, look at it, and remember that you flipped them, so the bottoms, they're probably dark. Off the oven light. So let's get this fork again. Flip them back over. That looks good. These look very good. So, now if you look at the instructions back over here, the last thing it says is to drizzle icing over the hot roll. So now we take out our icing, and right now it's kind of stuck in there. Due to technical difficulties, we will be right back. I'm sorry about that, but some of it was stuck. You really just want, usually the icing comes on the bottom. If not, you can see our other link on how to make glaze or icing. But this one came in the pack. So, you just have to put some on the top of each one. Make sure that each one is good. If there is a lot left, you can most definitely eat it. This stuff is pretty good. And just try to make sure that you keep enough for each one. And if you have somebody in the family that likes less icing, somebody in the family who likes more icing, you can make it special for them. There's no really exact amount that you have to put on each. In case there's a problem, in case there is too much icing, the first thing you probably want to do is just spread it out on each. So, if you take a knife, or if you have the fork that you still use to flip them, you could use that too. It really does not matter. Just kind of spread. Now, if you're the type of person who's putting this for their birthday or something, they're doing it for a party, graduation, which I will be graduating soon from my grade too. This would be a pretty good idea for graduation parties, birthdays, and you could even put sprinkles on it. You could put mint on it if you really want to. Anything that you really want to do just to add it, put it on the top, and basically that is it. When you're done with it, you just put them on the plates, and then you're all good. Thanks. That was how to make buns.